Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Ora or Ora Superstar. I'm a pharmacist based out in Ontario, Canada, originally from the UK, and I share all things relocation, career, pharmacy, and any health and wellness tips. If you're new here, welcome once again. Thank you so much for joining us on this platform. I would love for you to subscribe. Tell your friends about this channel, like the content if you do like the content, engage with me in the comments and let me know what you want to see. Let me know the different things that excite you or that you like about my channel. Now, as you may or may not have noticed, I do have a new hairstyle and I'm really trying to push myself outside of my comfort zone when it comes to other things, not just career-wise. If you're new here, you probably don't know that I'm someone who's super big on pushing yourselves out of your comfort zone, whether that's career-wise, financially, family-wise, whatever it may be. I think it's so vital. See how it makes you feel. The only way to grow is to do something that you haven't done before. So for me, this month, it's the hairstyle. I'm trying it out. Let me know what you think. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it for long. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it again, but it's just something different, Today, I really wanna talk about contract positions versus permanent positions. This is something that I never really experienced that much when I was in the UK. But coming to Canada, especially going into the hospital kind of industry as a pharmacist, contract versus permanent positions was something that were basically just the norm here. There are organizations who advertise specific positions either as a contract position or a permanent, full-time permanent position. There are also other terminologies used specifically in the hospital space, and these are called casual positions. So when I came to Canada and I wanted to go into the hospital space, I had to kind of ask myself, what is a casual position? What is a contract position? What does that look like? I'm going to share 3 benefits of both and just kind of discuss them. For many hospital positions, especially in a competitive area, so I'm going to use Ontario as an example because this is where I'm based, this is where I have that experience. In Ontario, Canada, especially if you're closer to the city, there is a lot of competition when it comes to hospital, residencies and jobs, and that's specifically pharmacy. Now, that means that there are not many permanent positions because most of the people who are in the permanent positions, they don't retire early, they stay in the same jobs for a long time because they have a great pension, they have, work-life balance to an extent, they have stability, so they don't really feel the need to move around that much. So that means that many of these organizations end up creating contract positions or casual positions, and this basically helps individuals to get their foot in the door. So for me, when I was applying for my first hospital role, it was advertised as a contract position. So this position was a 1-year contract, and the idea is by the end of 1 year, they likely in many cases do extend it, but I personally have experienced a situation where my contract was not extended. I think it's more of a case where there's no more funding, we can no longer fund that contract position or that contract role. So I think that does happen in some cases, and that kind of brings me to my first, disadvantage of a contract position. There is not much stability there. So many people don't like it, but again, if you're someone who's looking to get your foot in the door, it might be a great opportunity. Now, what are some of the benefits of a contract position? Well, first of all, you get your foot in the door. So like I said, there's a lot of competition when it comes to, hospital roles or even some other jobs within the pharmacy sector. So these contract opportunities allow you to get your foot in the door and basically just get some experience for your next role, right? However, you also possibly get a lot more money. So with contract positions, they pay you a bit more. So for example, for me, my hourly rate was kind of the same as the permanent positions. However, I was not getting benefits, right? So the organization was not offering benefits. So they had like a top up, like an additional amount they would pay every so often. The other thing is with many contract positions, if you are sick, you don't get sick leave, you don't get vacation pay. So all those things are disadvantages. But again, if you're someone who is young, you don't have a family, maybe you're not paying for a mortgage or anything like that, it might be a good opportunity to make some good money, get your experience and move on to your next position. So the last thing that I think is great for contract opportunities is it offers great flexibility. So in many cases, you know, here in Canada anyway, when you're giving your notice, it's a 2-week notice. So they allow you to give a 2-week notice period even if you're permanent, which is interesting because in the UK, the notice period for any pharmacist position starts at least 2 months, unless it's changed now. And the higher you go in terms of your job description, so like if you're more senior, it might be 3 months, whereas in Canada, it's 2 weeks. Interesting, right? A contract position allows you the flexibility to basically just leave when you want to leave. You can take vacation when you want to take vacation in most cases because, you know, you're not being paid for it, and it just gives you that flexibility if you need it. A contract position also gives you more money. A contract position also gives you the opportunity to get your experience quicker and move on if you want to move on to another role. So now thinking about a permanent position, permanent positions are basically full-time permanent. You get the benefits along with that, so that's like dental benefits, prescription drugs, massage, physiotherapy, psychotherapy, whatever it may be that the organization offers. So you get great benefits, which is a good thing. You get some stability, so you know that my role is permanent and I'm going to be earning a salary every month. You know, there's no kind of like, oh, we're no longer extending your contract situation there. And I think it's great for people who have families, people who have mortgages, people who have kids. You get vacation pay, you get sick pay, you get, you know, so many different great things, and I think that's good. The only thing though is, and I really questioned this when I was in my contract position. I was in a contract position, and I think I worked just under 2 years in that position. And, you know, many people who transitioned from that contract position into the permanent told me how much their salary dropped. So basically, remember I said, if you have a contract position, you paid a little bit more. So when you go into that permanent, you know, area, your salary is going to drop because, you know, now you're getting benefits, you're getting a pension, you're getting all those things which you were not entitled to before. So they gave you like a little bit of a top up, you know. And again, like I said, contract position is great for an individual who doesn't have those responsibilities. For a permanent position, you have a bit more stability and flexibility, you know, in terms of getting paid vacations and things like that. So you have to weigh up the pros and the cons and ask yourself, where am I at in life and which kind of position serves me well? Now, you might be someone who wants to get into hospital and you're only seeing these casual, good contract, these 1 year, 1 term, whatever it may be, kind of opportunities. I think that you should, if you can, take the chance and get your foot in the door, right? I think there's nothing wrong with taking a year and saying, you know what, I'm going to do this for a year and get my foot in the door. Like we said many times on this channel, pharmacy is a profession that allows you to pivot. So you have the opportunity to try different things for a season and go back into what you are originally doing. I think, you know, there's always going to be work for pharmacists and there's always going to be an opportunity out there for you. So I think if you have that chance, then take the chance and do it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what else you want me to talk about in the comments. Please share, subscribe, you know, tell a friend to tell a friend. What are your experiences with contract positions versus permanent? Have you had any disadvantages from a contract position versus a permanent one? Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. As we all know, March is International Women's Month. I love this month because it's an opportunity for us to showcase amazing women who are doing great things in their fields, in their homes, in their personal entrepreneurial journeys, whatever it may be. So this month I'm going to be showcasing some amazing women, and I really, really want you to tune in. The only way you can do that is subscribing to my channel, liking the content, engaging with me in the comments, and letting me know what your thoughts are. How are you celebrating yourself as a woman this month if you are a woman? And if you're not, how are you celebrating the women in your life? Happy International Women's Month.